Hey guys, welcome back to Angel Angela, and on today's topic, as you guys can see, we are going to be talking about the narcissist and karma. So I have a couple of videos already on karma, you guys. You guys are welcome to, go through them and listen to them. I really speak on karma based on experiences that I've been through and just situations where I've always seen these narcissists get their karma. If you guys have seen your narcissist, go through that karma, whether it was your family, friend, or partner, please leave a comment down below. And do this to make it aware to others that you have witnessed these people live in their karma. Because it's very important for us to tell each other this information, because there's a lot of people that have had this idea that the narcissist is happy now. The narcissist is so happy with the new supply. Your family is basically better off without you. See, based on how we feel at that moment, we tell ourselves things because we don't feel good about ourselves. So in that moment, it's easy to look at others and, get triggered easily by anything. You can be out in public and, you might see a couple holding hands and kissing, and you start thinking about what you don't have and feel as if you're going to break down, or what you thought you had, or not just that, but the pain of going through something where someone didn't care about how you felt. They didn't care that you were hurting. They didn't care if you died. They didn't care. Nothing that you could have said to them could have changed them or changed the way that they think. What I have learned a lot is that a lot of times when you love people, for some odd reason, they'll develop hate for you. Like I've told you guys before, I can sit here and make these videos and, everything, in my part, it's coming from a good place. But you might one day have an idea and be like, oh, this person might not be who they say they are, because it's just a thought that comes into your mind. And then that thought becomes real to you, but it's not real. It's just a thought. So when the narcissist leaves because of what they did to you, you think to yourself, this person is, they're having everything I wanted. They're the lucky ones. They got the prize. It's easy to look at things that way because you feel bad. So the thoughts that are coming onto you are bad thoughts. They're negative thoughts. And you think about them so much that you make them real. But the truth of the matter is that the narcissist, they don't feel love for anyone. There's no love there. It's just hate. It's just something that they do for fun. It's not a matter of, why are you doing this to me? Why are you hurting me like this? Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you acting as if you hate me? Why do you treat me like you hate me? Why? I thought you loved me. Why did you say you love me and then you don't love me anymore? Or, why are you bashing my name to others? Why are you telling people I'm saying things that I'm not saying, or I'm doing things that I'm not doing? Or why are you telling people half of the story but not completely everything? Why am I the bad guy? Why are you the victim? It's so easy to think that these people are happy when you have told yourself that you're not good enough, or you might not feel valuable enough. It's easy to believe that they are going to be happy and you're going to feel like this for a very long time. Sometimes you're going to see their karma and sometimes you're just not going to, but you have to trust that it's going to happen. And you can't wish anything on them, Because by you wishing anything on them, it's just going to happen to you. If you loved someone, right? You gave all this love to this person. By law, and this is if you really want it, you can get that love that you gave all back. You can get all that back. But you have to get to know yourself, heal, move on, forgive, and not wonder if the narcissist will get their karma if you haven't seen it. A lot of people spend a lot of time thinking about the narcissist getting their karma to the point where they feel as if they cannot move on with their life until the narcissist gets their karma. So they sit there like ducks waiting for them to get their karma. And not just that, but it's almost like a part of them wants them to get their karma so that they can come back and tell you how much of a great person you were, and they can start going to their old habits, which is going to be, trying to love bomb you and things like that. So that a lot of times, some of us want them back for the wrong reasons. Just because we're hurting and because, we're hoping they go through that karma. Because we don't, some of us had gotten to the point where it was so toxic that you knew it was bad for you. You knew it was the disrespect level. You knew in your mind that it was like, I will never let someone do this to me again. I will never let someone do this to me again. And you might have even been the one to want to leave sometimes. And you might have even left. And somehow they managed to slip you back into their web, and everything just repeated itself all over again, but worse. See, the narcissist karma is ongoing. They're always getting their karma because of how they treat people and what they do. Yes, you went through something very effed up, but once you heal and you know yourself and you're moving through life navigating, but you have to have a dream, you guys. You guys have to have a purpose, a vision of what you want, what would make you happy, and take those steps to doing it, because anything is possible. Anything you want to do, you can do. No one can tell you can't do anything. The only person that can tell you can't do something is a narcissist. A narcissist is the only person that can tell you not to do something, because that's the narcissist's job, to create chaos, hate, and they live in chaos and hate. And then once you started allowing yourself being around them, you were having all these things happen out of nowhere. So many situations, everything didn't change for the better, it changed for the worse. And, sometimes with family, we don't have a choice who we grow up with. We don't have a choice who our family is. But once we realize the true meaning of good and evil through that pain, we realize what real love, real genuine affection, real relationships, authentic loyalty. We realize what these things are and the true meaning behind loyalty and things like that. You can't understand those things when you're with a narcissist. You can hear loyalty all you want, but it doesn't mean anything. People, say that they're loyal all the time. They even have songs that say loyalty, but people don't live, a lot of people don't live by that. So love, all these things that people feed you with, make sure that it's an action. Make sure that when people say things to you, it's not just words. See, the thing about karma is that everything that you do has a cause and effect. And I realized that As much as I wanted these narcissists in my life to get their karma, at some point that's what I wanted, because a part of me was still hurting. And I realized that anytime I had something hateful, negative, that I felt like I felt angry. And when I would feel angry, I would have moments where I would lash out because I felt empty. I felt lost. Like I didn't know myself. I didn't know who I was anymore. And when I felt that way, I just kept thinking, like, how can he be happy? How can my family do things like this to me? And I was just in a really bad place, and I tell you guys this because when you wish bad on someone, bad things will continue to happen to you even after the narcissist, because somehow you attracted the narcissist into your life because something about you. People reflect who we are back onto ourselves. Knowing what I know now, I could never hang around people that are like the narcissist. I could never even entertain the thought of it. I could never even say, oh, I know that they're a narcissist, but it's not like I'm a narcissist, so I don't see what the big, issue is with hanging out with them. I'm not going to turn into one. I wouldn't even entertain that thought because everyone should be a reflection of who I am. So, and if these people aren't reflecting the good parts of me, then I would rather be alone and reflect myself back onto myself. And, for a long time, I've seen too many narcissists receive their karma. It's no coincidence. It's literally based on how they live their life. And if you guys go to my past videos, like I said, the narcissist family dynamic, I also made a video on my birthday. It was called Me versus, no. It was called Narcissist Upon More Narcissist. And on these two videos, if you guys actually, if you guys want to watch them, I speak a little bit deep into my family and things like that. And since I kind of wanted to make a quick video on karma to give you guys the assurance that these narcissists will get everything back. A lot of times they'll get their karma and they'll come back to you. So you have to be very careful not to open that door up, because let me tell you, they will come back to you and tell you that they've never moved on with anyone else, that they were depressed, that they lost someone in their life, they went through an illness and they've been by themselves. Don't fall for none of it, because at the end of the day, if you are going through those situations, you're going to want someone that loves you to understand you, right? But see, the narcissists, they don't love anyone. They don't love the new supply. They don't love anyone. They don't even love themselves. For sure, they're going to get their karma, for sure. And it's going to be worse than what they did to you, because that's how their karma always works. It just gets worse and worse and worse. And, that's like a guarantee. I talked to you guys about one of my aunts who had cancer. And, when I was a kid, teenager, she didn't want people helping me, my grandmother who raised me. She was jealous because, see, my grandmother had a lot of kids and she grew up with all her sisters and brothers. Everyone wanted attention, because it was so many of them. They all wanted attention. So you can tell that when you're around these type of narcissists, they all want the attention to be on them. So they overtalk each other and they think that everything that they say is right or correct. And, you could just tell that this was she's a full-blown narcissist, and she's been this way for a very, very long time. And when someone's like this for a very long time, it's kind of hard, a little bit more difficult sometimes to change them unless they go through a very big, grand awakening. Something impacted them in their life, right? Not in this case. My aunt got cancer, and not even with cancer that made her calm down. She was super, super duper evil to me. And I never wished bad on her. But what I will tell you is that when I started to wake up and I started to realize how energy works, how people work, just spirituality, everything, a part of me was like, don't worry about it, because what they reflected onto me is going to be reflected back onto them. So the first thing I thought about was, when I was talking to this person, was, you're so evil, you're going through cancer, you're spreading lies on me that I pushed you, so that people can look at me in a very nasty manner. Because, imagine someone pushing someone who has cancer like that. That's super messed up, you guys. That's like sick in the head, messed up. I even told her to tell the family. I put her on blast in front of everyone, and I said, tell everyone the truth, that I didn't do anything. And when I said that, she walked out of the room and went outside, and everyone got on me and said, why did you confront her like that? You should have never did that. Now she's upset. Like, they were still trying to make her feel better because she had cancer. But my whole thing was, you're making me look bad saying something like that when it's not true, and then you're walking away from it. And I was angry, you guys, because my family, everyone discarded me. I was with a narcissist. I had lost my daughter. I went through so many things. So I was like, what the heck? And I said to myself, for you to be this evil, for you to be this evil, you must be really miserable. And that's what the narcissist is, you guys. They are freaking miserable. And they go from person to person thinking they're going to be happy, right? And what happens a lot of times is that they will leave you for someone, and sometimes they'll leave you for someone who's a narcissist. And that's what happens to most narcissists. Let me tell you guys, this is exactly what happens with most narcissists. They treat you like this. They seem like they moved on. And sometimes they are happy. They're going through this really crazy love bomb cycle with this person just to find out that they're a narcissist. My aunt, when I went to her house, I found out that her husband was a narcissist. My girl cousin, she has like a really big butt, and I seen him like looking at her butt, and that's when I said, oh yeah, I see how you are, for what you are. Because I know, guys, people might have lurking eyes. You just can't help but to look at her body or something. You just can't help. I get it. But when you're around family and things like that, it's something where you should have like self-control to do. And when I saw that there was no self-control, I said, there's a problem. And this is why she's so angry. This is why she's so miserable. My aunt that actually, not only did, persecuted me, but also persecuted her own sister. Now her husband has left her, has told her that he's leaving her for a younger girl. And not just that, this woman, my aunt, has 2 kids that are not by him. She got a divorce and remarried, and that when she married him, they have nearly been together nearly 20 years. And, she bashed me. She bashed me when I was pregnant. She bashed me when I was going through things in my life, when I lost my daughter, everything. And here you are 20 years later going through the same thing that I went through. I believed for a while, that I knew I had faith. I always have faith in things, and I believe that everything you do, you get back. Even that love you gave, it wasn't in vain. It was for you to know what real love is supposed to feel like and how real love should be returned. And it's showing you what hate really is. And once you grasp that concept, you won't let it happen to you anymore. At least that's what that experience is supposed to. It's supposed to teach you that. It's supposed to teach you about how evil and envious and unpredictable these narcissists are. It's supposed to teach you these things. Meanwhile, the narcissist never learns those things. They live in, an ongoing karma. And I realized that when I heard, my aunt, her husband left her for a younger girl. Not only that, but she's moving out of her house and she's going to have to move into a smaller place and have to rent her house out. I actually felt bad. And I realized that we spend so much time worrying about the narcissist karma when we should really worry about ourselves, because it's not up to us. It's not up to us to punish them or to help them open their eyes to what they've done to us. It's our experience. It's their experience. It's our job to move on and let them have their own experiences so that one day they can look back at everyone and they can finally see what they did to everyone. And the thing is that most of these narcissists can't even do that. They can't even do that. They're not even capable of doing that, And there's even some narcissists that, they end up in really bad situations because of their karma. And they might be down and out for a year or 2 years, not doing anything with their life, just super depressed. Some of these narcissists, trust me, they actually get really depressed. And all they feel is anger. And as soon as they find someone who is opening up to them, who feels any type of sympathy, empathy towards them, they play that role again. And they might feel as if, hey, this time I really do want to change because last time I got my karma back worse than the other time, and they might really want to change. But as soon as that person tells them, I love you, they are gone doing the same thing all over again. And it's almost like they never went through that period of depression. And you tell them, oh, I was there for you when you were sad. I was there for you when you... They don't care. They don't care, you guys. And they're going to continue getting their karma. And guess what? How are you supposed to feel about their karma? Because I didn't feel anything. I actually felt bad. I know I'm not going to reach out to them, but I actually felt bad because I realized that she went through cancer, all these things that just never changed her. And I said, I'm going to hope that this experience might change her a little bit. So I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that this video can give you some comfort in just knowing that everyone reaps what they sow. Everything that people do to you or how they make you feel, it's going to happen to them. A lot of times, they don't know it's their karma from something they did. But if you really take a deep look at yourself and look at events of things that you have felt that have hurt you, think if maybe you've made someone else feel that way, or you might have been quick to judge someone, or you might have said something you shouldn't have said. That's just how the universe works. So it's very important for us to be cautious on what we say to others, what we wish upon others, and just know that as long as we're on the right path, no evil can prosper against us. So leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about karma, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.